Welcome back to Midpoint. Are you like me? The combination of candy canes and Christmas cookies causing you now to cut some calories. It's estimated Americans pick up a few pounds over the holidays. Dr. Kevin Campbell joins us now on Midpoint to talk about what we can all do to stay healthy over the holidays. Good afternoon, Dr. Campbell. How you doing?
I'm great. Thanks so much for having me today.
Is it overstated? Do we overindulge with all the Christmas parties and family get-togethers?
No, I don't think it's overstated at all. I think it's certain that we all kind of go off our diets. We may drink more alcohol and eat more food than we normally would otherwise. And the big risk is that you get into really, really bad habits going forward in the new year.
All right, so what can we do now to get back on track? I, for one, have had to loosen the belt one notch there. But what can we do? If we picked up a few pounds, can we maybe do something before those New Year's resolutions kick in?
I think one of the best things you can do is set very small goals, achievable goals, realistic goals for weight loss and other things that you may want to do for the new year to improve your health. Make sure that you make those goals public. In other words, post them on social media, share them with your circle of friends so that you're held accountable for making those goals, and then celebrate successes that you have throughout the process of achieving those weight loss goals.
You know, we talked about the food and the drink. Obviously, the holidays can be stressful trying to get everything done and dealing with family. Talk about that aspect, that mental health aspect of dealing with families.
I think it's really important that we make sure that we try to manage family stress as best we can. I think that, obviously when you have lots of family dynamics that can make things a lot worse. But I think what you can do is take a deep breath. Try not to bring up big subjects of debate during the family time over the holidays. Leave that for another time where there's less going on.
Heading into New Year's Eve, obviously a big night of drinking. Unfortunately, a lot of people, sometimes amateurs, drink way too much. Talk about alcohol and what we could all sort of remind ourselves in dealing with maybe as we're drinking at some of these festive occasions.
One of the things that we can all work on is drinking more water, particularly during these festive occasions. If you're going to have a glass of wine or a cocktail, have 2 glasses of water for every single glass of wine or cocktail that you have. First of all, it will help you stay hydrated. It will help you avoid dehydration, and it will also reduce the amount that you drink because you'll be fuller quicker.
I know one thing, when you have a good meal, the first thing you want to do is take that long nap, right? But at the same time, does maybe overindulging affect our sleep patterns?
It does indeed. I think that we get, certainly when we combine the alcohol and the real heavy meals, we do not get really good what we call REM sleep, which is the deepest, most restful sleep where you recharge your brain. So I think that this does play a role. One of the things that we try to do in our family is go on a family walk or a hike, something active after that big meal. It'll help you burn some calories, and it'll actually kind of jumpstart your metabolic rate so that maybe you won't gain as much weight as you would have otherwise.
Tell us about the role of metabolism when it comes to sleep and also alcohol. I think it can also mess up your metabolism sometimes if you're maybe drinking more than you normally would.
We think of alcohol as empty calories. One cocktail can have 500, 600 calories in it. That's, as much as a candy bar. And if you have several cocktails, then you're likely to put on pounds because it's a simple equation. Calories in versus calories out, and how much you burn determines how much weight you're going to gain. But yes, when you age and you get into your 40s like I am, your metabolic rate goes down, and it takes more exercise to maintain the same waistline, and it becomes a real challenge.
Do we see a lot of people going to the emergency room because of some sort of heart disease, heart attacks? Do we see more of that happening towards the end of any given year?
We do actually, because I think that, with the stress of the holidays and the stress that happens when we kind of financially close a year, I think that that's sometimes enough to put folks over the edge that have underlying heart disease and that are at risk for heart attacks and stroke. And I think that, working with your physician and your family to manage stress can really help you manage this type of situation a lot better. But yes, the ER gets full over the holidays for sure.
All right, Dr. Campbell, leave us with this. A couple of quick recommendations that we can all try to improve ourselves as we head into the new year.
The most important thing I think I can say is engage in your own health care. Partner with your primary care doctor and make sure you understand what your problems are, what your shared goals are for the year, and then make a plan. and set goals so that you can achieve better health in 2015.
Number one resolution for folks, get healthier at the start of a year. Dr. Kevin Campbell, thank you so much for all your fantastic recommendations. And when we come back, the gift of giving when it comes to politicians. We're going to talk about campaign contributions straight ahead right here on Midpoint.